So since I want to make this four-wheeler into a three-wheeler and put a Honda GX 160 engine in it, we can take some stuff off. We don't need any of this wiring anymore because it's a simple Honda GX 160. We don't need anything of this front end anymore because we're just going to put one wheel up there. We only have one foot peg, and I ordered 2 new ones off eBay, so we don't need that anymore. And we need to make the GX 160 mount up to this three-wheeler, I guess. So I finished removing the A-arms and shocks up front. I did that off camera because the camera was about to die. But this is what it looks like. Okay, we're back. A few days later, some parts came in. We now have foot pegs on both sides. We now have a rear shock, although it's not mounted right. I am missing a bottom part yet. The bottom part of the suspension. So yeah, I just bolted it here. See how it was. We got wheels for it. And we got a new rear brake caliper. So that's all that's on. But there's more that we can do. We can work on the engine mounts for the GX 160 that goes in this thing, or we can work on making one wheel front end because I want it to be a three-wheeler. So I want to show you the engine mounting plate that I made for it to fit this GX 160. Yeah, I got a piece of wood, figured out what shape I wanted it, cut it, and used that to trace onto the metal. So I had the right shape. And then I have spacers under the back and on top above the engine so that the exhaust clears the frame. So yeah, the plate's just welded on, and these risers under there, they're not welded on, they're just bolted through the engine mount bowls. I did buy this super cheap Coleman mini bike seat, but it's super short lengthwise. I don't think it's gonna work very well. Looks super small. So I got this seat out of a truck. We just had it laying around for a while. I took this side off, this backrest, and I hope to make a seat out of that for the three-wheeler. So just simply cutting the seat cover with a knife. I got that pulled off of the foam and the metal backing. I don't need to film that, I don't think, because it's just cutting the seat up. Now I want to make a wood base to staple the seat to. And I need to find out what shape I want that and what length so that it works good on here. Better than that Coleman seat.
So this is the board that I cut for the seat. I have a metal strip on it to make it stronger, not crack under my weight. I think it turned out really good. Now we need to get foam and a seat cover onto it.
So guys, for the bracing for the seat, what I did, I welded a piece of metal here, here, and here. They're all welded down to the frame. Not the nicest welds, but it'll definitely work. I have holes drilled in the front two braces. That's how I'll mount the seat to the three-wheeler. I'll just put screws up into the board through those holes. It's time to now make the seat. So this is the final product of the seat. It's not screwed down yet, but that's what the underside looks like. Just wrapped it around super tight, threw a whole bunch of staples in there. The corners show a little bit of foam, but it's homemade. Made in an hour. So it really isn't gonna be that nice. But I think it turned out really, really well. There is about where it's gonna sit. Looking good. So after a lot of heating up and bending, and before that we did a lot of cutting to get to this point. The top two were bent back here together and down, and these two were bent together and back right there.